This is the pro bike of Rudy Von Berg, his Factor Hanzo. This is the Factor Hanzo that Rudy Von Berg rode to the podium in the Ironman World Champs in Kona, which I took a close look at just a few days before the race. He's only just signed with Factor a month ago, and they got him on the Hanzo. We're going to take you through his pro bike. It's not fully set up for his race just yet. I'll talk you through the things that are going to change on here, but let's first talk you through the bike. Factor has always been an innovative company. Remember the Factor Slick? It had a split down tube with a gap in the middle for aerodynamic advantage. This bike doesn't have that. This is the Factor Hanzo. It was released in 2022 and ridden by the UCI Pro Tour team Israel Premier Tech. Factor were one of the first companies to use the new UCI rules in 2022 that allowed for deeper but narrower tubes on a bike, and they use it to good effect. They've got a very narrow head tube that is only 15 millimeters wide, allowing for 160 millimeter deep but 15 millimeter wide. It is very narrow in the front end there, making it extremely narrow and therefore extremely slick when winds are coming at you straight on in a headwind. In fact, it's pretty slick at all your angles. They also have true airfoil shapes on both the fork, which is a pretty wide stance fork, and the seat stays, which are also pretty wide stance. There's a nice big gap there, and these are apparently true airfoil shapes. It's also in a very pretty colorway. Let's talk you through all the things that Rudy has put on his Factor Hanzo. Starting at the front end with his cockpit. Rudy has got the speed bars mounted on here. He's got them mounted on these, well, they don't look very pretty. He says they're not actually the final thing. These were kind of put together last minute. As I said, he's only been on this bike for about a month, and he actually is not 100% happy with them. He still thinks that they're slightly too short, but they got them wrong the first time. They then mocked these up quickly so he could get into his right position. He's not particularly happy with it, but he said it'll do. He's okay with it for this race. If you know about the Factor, you'll know that this fork mast actually comes all the way up above here, and then you have to cut it to the size that you want to mount the aero bars onto it. Rudy has obviously cut it as low as you can go. He says that his previous bike, actually, the stem was in the base bar, so he knew he had to get as low as possible, which he did, and he's pretty happy with that setup. On the back here, what he's sitting on, it's a Wove saddle, carbon fiber and weighing only 110 grams. Carbon fiber rails, carbon fiber seat, and very slick, nice wide nose, and it actually comes with a bottle mount already fitted, so you can put this bottle underneath. He's put another bracket on there, so you put another bottle on top. He's got two bottles behind his saddle with the little toggles so that they don't eject. He's got another bottle between the arms, and then he's going to change these two bottle cages, which is his training setup, for an aero bottle down here. So that'll be 4 bottles in total. He's got full Sram Red. At the moment, he's got 2-bar in the front, but he's going to have a full Sram Red setup, 1-bar, and he's going to change that 56 tooth big chainring for a 58 1-bar. He's got 1028 on the back of that cassette. Didn't say whether he's going to change that to a more forgiving cassette when he goes to 1-bar, but to be honest, on this course, he'll probably be okay with that 58 1-bar. He's got ceramic Speed OSPW mounted on the back here. I asked him about this, and that actually just came with the bike. He's also got ceramic Speed upgrades in his bottom bracket there, so ceramic bearings throughout. I asked him about the chain, whether he's going to put a ceramic Speed coated UFO chain on race day, and he said, yeah, probably, but he wasn't 100% sure. Let's get to the wheels. As you can see, he's got a quad spoke on the front. He's actually going to have a quad spoke on the back too. This is his training wheel setup, but he had a problem with the broken spoke on the front training wheel, so he's now got his race wheel on the front with his training tire. He's then going to swap that race wheel to a new tire, Conti GP 5000 TTs on race day. Tubeless. He's currently got tubes in these. In fact, this one's flat from his training ride earlier today, but it doesn't matter. He won't be riding this wheel and he won't be riding this tire. He'll be riding GP 5000 TTs on race day in tubeless on a quad spoke on the front and a quad spoke at the back. So we did weigh the bike, 9.56 kgs as it's currently set up here. Bearing in mind he's going to change the wheels, he's going to change the tires to tubeless, he's going to even take off the bottle cages and one of the chain rings and the front derailleur, fair amount. Yeah, he's got the Look Keo Blade Carbon on there, also with ceramic upgrades. And one more thing, let's do a free hub sound check for you guys. I know you guys love that. Also, a little unfair because these aren't the wheels he's going to race on, but we'll do it anyway. Here we go. You can kind of hear it's unbalanced because he's got a flat tire currently. We really should have gone to fix that before we did his pro bike. All right, Rudy, we've had a look at your bike. It's an impressive looking machine. Obviously going to be a few tweaks for race day. A new signing on Factor Bikes just a month ago. Risky getting onto a new bike just before the race?
Yeah, my agent came to me and said, yeah, I could sign with Factor. And immediately I was pretty excited because it's a very nice brand. They only have premium bikes. I knew their TT bike was really well worked on the design and the aerodynamics. And yeah, I had a few test rides, obviously, because yeah, changing somewhat close to an Ironman World Championship is could be risky, but we replicated my position. And I had this really long threshold ride. I was like, okay, if this goes well, I feel comfortable on it. Power's there, I'll ride it, and it went quite well. And I had also a few rides before and after. And so I decided, I told the guys, you know, yeah, we're a go, so.
Excellent. It's, I mean, it's a really good looking bike, and obviously with a few tweaks, you've gone for, at the moment you've got 5 bottle cages on. You tell me you're going to change that to an aero bottle, 4 bottles. Is that your ideal hydration solution?
Yeah, that's the plan. 4 bottles. I would have done 5, but I don't think there's going to be space for 2 aero bottles down there. And
can I ask what's in the bottles? Are they all energy, or are they a mix of some of the water? Does it change as you go through the race?
Yeah, I mean, it will all be Never Second Nutrition, and I'll have one a bit more concentrated, maybe 150 to 200, or probably about 200 grams in it. And then the others, I'll have probably just 2 scoops, 60 grams. And the taste is not too strong, so it's kind of a good mix between still enough energy per gulp, let's say, and not feeling like you really need water right away. Yeah. And
what's in the bento box?
So the bento, we can fit 4 gels. The Never Second gels are quite big, so yeah, it has pretty good space for 4 gels.
And spares and tools?
I might bring, I was thinking, have this little thing of darts, you know, for the tubeless tire. I think that's probably the quickest way if you have a flat. And CO2, I'll probably just tape those somewhere, maybe behind the saddle. And
still to be confirmed where those go. Oh, well, thank you very much for letting us have a look at your bike. Good luck out there. We'll definitely be looking for you flying down the Queen K. Thanks for letting us see your pro bike. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe for all the rest of our triathlon videos.